Hello and welcome to the City of Derry Airport. Today we're going to find out what it's like to fly Ryanair after lockdown. At the City of Derry Airport, everyone who enters the terminal must sanitise their hands before then having their temperature checked to enter the terminal. Providing it's below 38 degrees, you're allowed in. The terminal here is super small, with the airport only really serving domestic flights in and out of the UK. Before security, you'll find the car hire and a coffee shop which is currently closed. In the far end you'll see there's 6 check-in desks, and a little bit further round you'll find the information points. Heading through security, your temperature is once again checked, and there's only one security lane for this small airport. Thankfully I'm here 2 hours before today's flight, so security is really quiet and there's only me going through. Before entering the lounge there's more sanitiser, which you're getting used to on my post-lockdown flights. The departure lounge here is huge and probably one of the biggest that I've ever seen. It's 20 seconds to walk from end to end. Joking aside, the departure lounge is perfectly fit for purpose, with 2/3 of floor space seating and the other 2/3 the bar. There's enough seating here for a full 737, but pushing it for any more than one flight at a time. Fed and watered is the brand for hospitality in this airport, and they're serving a limited menu at the moment. Thankfully, the menu does include draft beer. This is my first draft beer since the lockdown began. I ordered a chicken panini, which was tasty enough and filled me up. The bar soon filled up and boarding was cold.
This time we'd like to bring forward all passengers for boarding for Ryanair flight to Airline 813 to Liverpool. That's all passengers, please come forward for boarding.
Now, a few days earlier I flown to Belfast with EasyJet, and that experience was completely different to what you'd normally find pre-lockdown. Check out that video on the channel. I was expecting something similar from Ryanair. Unfortunately, I couldn't have been more wrong. Boarding was called well in advance of the aircraft arriving, with everyone ordered to queue up and wait in line after the boarding pass check. Limited social distancing took place depending on how each passenger felt, and this was contrary to the guidance Ryanair had published online.
And there should be no dwelling in the boarding stairwells or air bridges.
Anyway, after pre-boarding, our inbound aircraft arrived from Liverpool. Don't you just love the way the 737 holds its own front steps? Soon it was time for us to actually board, however the crew weren't quite ready, so we had a short hold on the ramp. It's row 10 for me today. I put my bag in the overhead locker and settled into my seat as boarding continued. On first impressions, the seat and the floor were a little dirtier than the EasyJet flight, but nothing that couldn't have come from the previous flight's passengers. Remember, these aircraft are still only cleaned once a day and not after every flight.
Hello gentlemen, very good afternoon. Captain speaking on behalf of the crew. I'd like to welcome you aboard this Ryanair flight 9813 to Liverpool. And today we'll be taking off on the westerly runway planning to an altitude of 25,000 feet. Our route today will take us past Belfast onwards to Liverpool. Flight times in the region of 40 minutes, and the weather en route is forecast to be fine conditions.
We pushed back on time and backtracked down the runway to line up on 26, ready for takeoff. The overhead air vents are cleaned every day, although I didn't touch them on this flight. The tray tables are also clean too. So how's the flight going? Well, to be honest, there's no real difference. No change to boarding, the full service of drinks and snacks are still taking place, and proving pretty popular actually. There's two differences I can see. Everyone has to wear a mask, and most people are doing that. If you need a loo, you have to ask the crew first, although it does just seem to be a free-for-all. I'm going to go to the loo now and check out how clean it is. I had to wait seated at the front of the aircraft for someone else to finish. The front loo on the 737 wasn't great. The sink appeared to be blocked, so it was difficult to wash my hands, and there were tissues around the bathroom. On a short flight like this though, I appreciate the crew can't keep checking the state of the bathroom, which was pretty much in constant use throughout the flight. Returning to my seat, the seatbelt signs came on and we've started our descent into Liverpool. We descended into the north of Liverpool before banking right over the Mersey and approaching over the Mersey Gateway Bridge to line up and land on runway 27. Disembarking was just as chaotic as boarding. No changes in process or instructions here. It was every person for themselves, with only common courtesy allowing for a small bit of social distancing. It wasn't a long walk off the aircraft and into the terminal, and in only a minute or so I was stood in front of the terminal building, summing up what's happened on today's flight. So there we go, that was what Ryanair is like to fly post-lockdown. I have to say, compared to the EasyJet flight I took a couple of days earlier, there really was no real difference on Ryanair. No social distance queuing, no boarding by row number, no disembarking by row either. It was like nothing had changed at all really. The only difference being you have to wear a face mask. Let me know what you think of Ryanair post-lockdown in the comments. Give the video a like if you liked it, and please do subscribe. There's a BA video coming up shortly on what it's like to fly BA after lockdown. And if you haven't seen what it's like to fly EasyJet, make sure you check that one out as well. Thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.